Hello, everyone. My name is Leanne, and I am a dance coach based outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I started out this channel. One of my first videos was reacting to the first episode of Dance Moms, and that was kind of my first video that got a ton of views. But since they've kind of dropped off, I had stopped reacting to them. However, I've had a lot of you guys commenting saying, can you please bring back the Dance Moms content? So today, I wanted to start by reacting to a very viral Dance Moms moment, and I have a personal connection to this moment. It is the one where Abby is in the audience and she gets in a fight with Tammy Krofchek, who is the owner of Studio 19 Dance Complex, and she wheels out of there and goes, she says she's going to Baskin Robbins or something like that. But my personal connection is that Tammy Krofchek was my dance teacher. She was my dance teacher from age about 6 to 10 or 11 is whenever I went to Studio 19, which used to be called the Tammy Krofchek Dance Center before she joined forces with Katie Watts, who is the woman sitting next to her in the video. And then they kind of formed Studio 19 together. Since I took from Tammy as a child, my sister and I, this was very, very funny to me to watch, and I'm going to watch it and give my reaction and some commentary on what I can say about it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, so the woman, that's what we're doing. There's Gianna, who is, so behind Gianna is Katie Watts, the woman with the blonde hair, and that's Tammy Krofchek, the one with the stripy blonde and black hair.
Put your phone away. You preach theater etiquette. Put it away.
My favorite part of this is she just backs straight up, not even I want to watch her face when Tammy talks to her. Oh, she's just no.
Put it away.
And it's funny because I competed against Abby when I was at Tammy's back in the day. I don't remember them having any kind of rivalry. I think they were just fellow studio owners.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go to Baskin Robbins. What is going on? This is nationals, and Abby's leaving. I don't get it.
She's heading towards an ice cream shop. Towards an ice cream shop? She's heading that way. Al's saying she'd go to the ice cream shop.
It's a little disheartening to know that this solo is such a big
I know in the
deal.
context of this episode, I believe that Abby said something to the Studio 19 dancers backstage.
Right there. We're going to have to speed up a little.
Called them out for something, not being professional backstage, having good theater etiquette, and then Tammy must have heard about it because I'm sure her girls rushed over to her and told her, and then she, proceeded to tell Abby off.
Al lost her, she's hauling ass.
We lost her, she's hauling ass. Oh my god.
And in amongst all that people, I lost track.
That's so funny. Can you imagine the producers of this episode, trying to chase down this crazy woman in a wheelchair that's just on a mission to file a police report? I wonder also what the police always thought all these times that Abby was reporting someone who wronged her. Ma'am, that was not worthy of you filing a police report over. So I actually have been thinking about jumping ahead to some of the later season episodes when Studio 19 is really featured heavily, because I forget what the girl's name was. You guys have to remind me. There was a girl that went to Studio 19, then went to Abby's, and then they had a whole season where they talked about them being rivals. But I think that might be interesting to be able to give my take as someone who went there. My personal experience of Studio 19 is that it was not a walk in the park. I'm going to give the disclaimer that I have not been affiliated with Studio 19 in years. I do not know what they are like now. I am specifically speaking about my personal experience there and what it was like back then. It was definitely very competitive, very much what you see kind of on Dance Moms. I personally was just absolutely terrified of Tammy growing up. She was a perfectionist, absolutely. No nonsense. It's hard to know what I can and can't say. I don't want to get myself in trouble for any reason. I have my own personal stories of things that happened whenever I was there that have really shaped me as a person, really kind of like took a hit on my confidence, really that I had to overcome and kind of release from believing about myself after I left that dance school. But I was a sensitive kid. I'm just just gonna say that. And there was one incident I guess I could speak about because it's really not like so bad. But I was trying on a costume for a dress rehearsal for a competition that was coming up, and my costume was the only one that hadn't been hemmed yet into this like short little kind of like almost looked like a skater dress, like a leotard with a little skirt attached, and mine was the only one that was like down to the floor still. So we had to perform the routine, and I kept getting caught in my skirt. It like went over my head, and there were a bunch of girls sitting in the front of the room watching, like older girls that I really looked up to, and they started laughing at me because I was clearly struggling in this dress. So little sensitive Leanne, I was probably 8 or 9, I ran out of the room crying, and I knew the minute I did that, I was like, I'm a dead man. So I ran to the back, like dressing room area, and I was hyperventilating, crying. And I remember she like ran after me and she told me, I don't care if your clothes fall off, you will never run off the stage. So yeah, I mean, it was a good lesson. To a degree, I like do believe the show must go on. And later in my life, I did have a top come off on stage, and I danced the entire performance with my hand on my chest, holding up my shirt until I could get off stage and pin it. So, you know, Tammy, she can create stars. She is like the master of stage presence. Anyone who has ever gone through Studio 19 is an expert performer on stage, and you cannot take that away from her. It's just whether or not you're the type of kid who can handle that. And same as Abby, you know, it's like, are you like Chloe, who's a very sensitive soul? And I guess I was kind of like Chloe. I was like not one to kind of just let things roll off my back. Like they deeply affected me. And then there's people who can just kind of roll with it. Like you get the criticism, you get the corrections, and sometimes the harsh words, and you can apply them and you don't care. But that wasn't me. That was not me. So I did absolutely have a hard time. And for a while, I actually ended up taking a year off of dance just because I was like, this isn't for me. I'm not built to handle the intensity of what this level of training requires. And it wasn't until I went to other dance schools and realized that like you could receive really strong training without the kind of harshness behind it, then I realized like that's what I want to be as a coach. I think that the more the dance world leans into that, the more positive place it will be, the more it will continue to grow, continue to be a more positive environment for people of all body types, people of all, you know, ages, disabilities, ability levels, everything. This was a very long ramble session, but let me know what Dance Moms content you guys want me to check out. If you want me to continue to watch full episodes, short clips like this, specific dances you want me to check out, and make sure you guys like and comment and subscribe to see more from me. And as always, keep dancing.